From UFOs to psychic powers and government conspiracies, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. Teresita Basa was a 47-year-old respiratory therapist working at the Edgewater Hospital in Chicago. On February 21, 1977, firefighters arrived at Teresita's home in apartment 15B on the 15th floor of 2740 North Pine Grove Avenue. Her corpse had been burned and, likely, defiled. A kitchen knife was stuck in her chest, and someone had thrown her mattress on top of her body. As homicides go, this case was particularly horrific. There were, essentially, no leads. After a few months, the case went cold and was seemingly consigned to the vast abyss of crimes without consequence in the dirty, windy city. At least, that is, until Teresita Basa's ghost returned and hunted down her murderer. Here's where it gets crazy. According to the story, Chicago's finest were at a loss until Detective Joe Stachula received a lead from the Evanston Police Department, who instructed him to contact Dr. Jose Chua, whose wife Remedios Reme Chua claimed to be possessed by the spirit of Teresita Basa. According to Dr. Chua, his wife had begun entering trances wherein she would speak, claiming to be the ghost of Teresita Basa. The doctor, initially skeptical, demanded proof. His wife, or the ghost, stated that the murderer's name was Alan Showery, that he was a co-worker at Edgewater Hospital, and that he had visited Teresita's home on the pretense of repairing a television set. He had taken jewelry, allegedly, and given it to his girlfriend as a late Christmas gift. This jewelry, the voice continued, could be identified by several individuals. Despite the extraordinarily unorthodox nature of the lead, detectives found there was an Alan Showery working at the hospital. They visited his home, where he lived with his girlfriend. Upon investigation, they found the jewelry in possession of Showery's girlfriend. Faced with the evidence, Showery confessed, was convicted, and eventually sentenced to nearly 20 years for the murder, arson, and robbery. He served less than 5 and was released in 1983. If, that is, the story is true. The original reports come from the Chicago Tribune, a reputable paper, but the story itself has several holes. First, Reme Chua was also an employee at the hospital and may have used the claim of possession as a safety net to bring Alan Showery to justice. Second, the police may have assisted in fabricating this story, or at least followed along with it, in order to obtain an arrest. And, in the case of catching a murderer, can we blame them for bending the circumstances? The concept of psychic powers applied to law enforcement is itself problematic. In the cases of claimed success, has the psychic actually presented new, accurate information, or only confirmed what investigators already knew? In the case of Teresita Basa, it appears that justice was ultimately served, but by a ghost, or by muddying a clean investigation. Was this justice beyond the grave, or justice beyond the law? For now, that's something they don't want you to know. Learn more about the relationship between psychic powers and law enforcement in our upcoming audio podcast, available at stufftheydon'twantyoutoKnow.com.